50 Cent, you just made my job easier, brother. Vitamin water on me next time I see you. This how we change the culture. By 50 Cent calling out Benzino for this freestyle, for being 60 years old and glorifying murder, and he gonna have his YNs come and kill and all that. By 50 saying, nah, this ain't it, bro. It's showing self-awareness that more OGs in the culture gotta be willing to publicly call out DG behavior. That's disappointing grown-ups. You heard me? Because if this is getting pushed and promoted publicly, then it need to be called out publicly as well and opposed.
Hey, Dee1, listen, man. When you gonna stop exploiting religion and God for your rap career, bro? Like, the shit's getting tired. You's a fraud.
When I see Dee1, it's like he's trying to exploit God and religion for his rap career. And I see the hypocrisy.
B-Dot, what's your problem with Ray Daniels?
I mean, he's not my brand of vodka. It's just
never heard that before.
Yeah,
that's a good way to word it.
It is.
Yeah, like some of his opinions on rap are just kind of like asinine to me, and I just don't respect them.
Like what? Name one.
He said like Lil Wayne has no songs that motivate anybody. He talks like
crazy.
Really blanketed.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like the guy made hustle music. How can you say that?
I think sometimes you have to say crazy shit on the internet to cut through. And I think if anybody knows that, it's you.
I don't know this nigga. I got 12 employees. You probably ride the train to work. We different.
Hey guys, it's your girl T-Mac here. No Tracy McGrady, but I'm still #1. And this is the Raydar Report.
Let's go.
We have Ray Daniels, our culture referee, in the building.
Let's go. Thanks for having me.
All right, and we have our guest speakers here. Benzino's in the building.
All right.
And we can't forget Hits on Fire's in the building.
Let's
as well,
go.
guys.
Let me now that we did that, let me run through like what we doing here since everybody here. First of all, like, share, subscribe. I don't know how to do that, but I got to do that. Please.
Like, share, and subscribe,
guys. Benzino, let me teach you something about the internet, bro. Yeah. If you don't say like, share, subscribe, they won't.
Like, share, subscribe.
You have to, I don't know, it's weird, but it's a YouTuber world, and we're YouTubers, so we're gonna go there. All right, so let me introduce my guests. Number one, we got my cousin from the Raymond side of the family. We share the name Raymond.
Yeah.
Benzino. Raymond Benzino, let's go. Hold on, and then I want to introduce his brother. This is Greg from Hits on Fire. He has one of the most influential blogs in hip hop. He makes a lot of noise. He made a lot of noise for me with things I didn't like. He made a lot of noise with things I like. But at the end of the day, he makes a lot of noise. And, you know, I just wanted to add him to the show as a guest host. And let's make some noise for Greg now. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
I want to give you the proper introduction, bro, on camera. That's important to me.
All right, Greg. So recently, I know you saw the interview with Jay-Z.
Right.
With GQ magazine. And there was something that he touched on when he was referencing, you know, women and kids and beef. If you could just talk to us a little bit about that and share your thoughts.
Well, you know, Jay, you know, the pioneer, you know, shouts out to Jay. But, you know, he was talking about, you know, the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. You understand?
Yeah.
I know, you know, Ray, you remember when he was, he brought, you know, who was that? Kendrick brought the kid. Who brought the kid into it? Was that Pusha T?
No, Pusha T brought the kid in first.
Pusha T brought
with Drake's son.
First.
Yep.
Then, all right, then you got whatever happened. So Drake, so Jay-Z was stating the fact that the internet has changed the way beef has gripped the community and bringing kids in it. And I believe Benzino was the first person to really tap on that when he was going at 50 about, you know, him involving King in that beef.
Hold on, so what you're saying is that, make sure I understand. When Jay-Z said it, it was like the culture gathered around it. Like, oh my God, Jay-Z said it, he's so right. But when Benzino said it, they were like,
they didn't want to hear when Benzino said it.
I mean, you know, sometimes it's just a messenger, and I don't got a problem with that, you know. That's how it is in life.
No, but Benzino, listen, because I'm going to always give you advice from the Raymond side of the family. The world picks their favorites. Yeah. I hate that.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like, yo, I'm not going to lie, finesse 2 times, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them might be one of the most important rap lyrics and current rap lyrics that we all live. So I get it, but I'll just say they pick their favorites. But let me ask y'all, so do you think, see, I'm not gonna lie. I do think, I don't know. I do think kids should be off limits. But the only thing that was throwing me off, I'm gonna just say to y'all both, and Dino, don't go crazy. It's just the only thing I thought was that this is coming from Jay-Z, who said Ballin and Carmen. and he involved Nas's baby mother. Now, mind you, my only reason why I'm saying that is because he obviously grew from it. Obviously, like, look how far he's went. But my only thing is, I wish he would have said that. And the reason why is because the audience is gonna argue, what about? Rather than being with him saying, nah, he's right. Because don't get me wrong, there is, and Hov knows this, there is a group of the world that listens to Hov as his world leader, and I'm one of those group that respect him as a world leader, but then there's those guys from Brooklyn who feel like they used to sell dope with him, or because they ran in circles with him, they feel like, oh, he's this, he's that, and he's all those things, so they want to hate on it. But so they're gonna be hating on it, saying, well, what about you deal with Nas and this. So I get it, I just wish he mentioned that.
But it wasn't no internet back then. So this was Jay-Z argument. Jay-Z argument was the internet. And now when you put somebody wife or their girlfriend or their kids in it, now you got it. The kids talk about it in kindergarten when they go to school.
That's what, listen, dog, like even, I'm gonna just say that. I didn't say this on the video I made with old girl, but that was the part that bothered me. My son hit me. Dad, we straight? What? It's the internet. Like, so it's like sometimes the internet is a dangerous place. So when Jay said that, I'm like, but I think this is happening, bro, because hip hop is maturing. Like, I don't think hip hop is gonna get better. I keep saying it. I think it has to go, I think it gets different. You know how rock music just died and then they just went different places? I think hip hop is just gonna be different. So I don't know, man. Like, but I think kids, the question to Zeno is, Zeno, you've been in a lot of beef in your life. As a man who's been in a lot of beef, who also has a couple of famous kids and now a famous grandchild. How do you feel about women and children being brought into beefs?
You know, I come from the old school where hip hop was about battling. A lot of it was built on battling. But you know, as the internet came, it changes it. When I was battling with Eminem, I mentioned his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Eminem's mentioned my daughter.
And we was talking, I would have definitely asked you.
The thing is,
if I was your cousin, if you knew I was Raymond, your cousin from Raymond's side, I would have stopped you.
Right, but honestly, like when it's on wax, it's not people putting up pictures and putting up, that's a lot different in images. Hip hop was always supposed to be just everything on wax. It was never supposed to, any type of battling. There wasn't too much off limits. You got to understand. I mean, it's two men with egos. Rap, hip hop is an ego-driven sport when it comes to sport. And, MMA, you're not going to go in there and say, okay, I got to hit him this way and not that way. So there's no rules when it comes to battling. And all the old school guys know that, or the older guys know that. The thing is, with this new, thing with, insert social media, well, now you got people putting up pictures and images, and those are way more damaging.
But you got 50. What about 50 though?
Well,
50,
I mean, just that's what I'm saying. Like now we're
King in a minute, and then
yeah.
But okay, I gotta ask a question then. So we're gonna bring up 50 and King. Is it 18 and over? You get it? Because you're not a child anymore. I'm asking. I'm serious.
No. I'm saying you shouldn't post. The thing started with him posting Tiny with the way he did. That's off limits. Like. Posting pictures of people was, first of all, it's childish. To me, it's immature. For sure. And it has nothing to do with hip hop and rap. So that right there, that's not really even, I don't even want to really put that in the same category.
That's outside the line. That's outside the lines of rap.
It's not even what battling's about.
But can I ask, I have to ask you this because I hear the question in my head. Then what's the difference been, you just said when you involve everybody in the beef?
No. As long as it's done on wax and mic.
So you're saying
as long as it's in a rap. Yeah, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Like people rap back and forth. You rapped even now, like with all these battle, like battling's a big thing in hip hop. All these tournaments, they in each other's faces saying all kind of shit, spitting on each other. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what hip hop is. Should it go out to violence? Of course not. But as society and as our neighborhoods continue not to, grow in a positive direction and just harp on negative and do negative, then yeah, it's getting to the point where if you're rapping about somebody, then we coming to get you now. Like these young kids are using that now. But back then, we could say anything we want and it wasn't, no one's looking out to kill anybody. At least you shouldn't.
But when you post wives, that's okay. So
pictures.
Here's what I would say with hip hop.
That's dangerous.
Here's what I would say about rap beefs, because this really what it is. Do we want to be grown ass men or do we want to be kids? right? And when you become a grown ass man, you gotta play it's like once I became a man, I gotta play by man rules.
Right.
I gotta teach my son to play by man rules, even though he's a kid. Right? It's like, are we gonna play by kid rules or man rules?
Absolutely.
Right? So for me, it's like if someone plays by kid, first of all, the difference with the battle now is that before you guys will have to go in the arena and hear the song, or the worst thing that can happen to you is you go into a club and the DJ play a song of somebody you're beefing with. That's kind of the worst thing. And someone pulls out their camera phone and catches it. Remember Jay-Z dancing to Jim Jones Fly High back in the day, little footage of that being leaked. That was kind of the worst thing that could happen. But what's happening now and by the way, I know it, right? Because I just had an issue with someone. No, it wasn't her words. Her words, I mean, I got it. It was the 500, 600, 700 DMs, messages. Like nigga said, somebody said something about my daughter yesterday. Like, nigga, fuck you and your daughter. And it's like, at that moment, but then I'm like, Ray, it's the internet. This person probably is at Chick-fil-A right now, working. Because what person of high vibration would do that, right? Like, my natural inclination is to always go for the peaceful route, right? But it's like, I just hate that the internet makes it worse. So if I got that from her, can you just imagine the shit that Drake might have been getting or Kendrick? Like, I could see why he probably, I didn't think about it, I could see why he probably lost it.
Or Tip. I mean, imagine somebody posting a picture.
If you live on the internet, by the way.
Imagine somebody posting a not good picture of your wife, on the internet with millions of people. That's not hip hop no more. That's not battling no more. That's not.
My wife is famous.
But I understand that.
No, what I'm saying is that my wife is, no, hear me out. My wife is famous, and that's on the internet. And by the way, that's 50 Cent acting like a fifth grader.
Right.
I'm not saying it.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's still him acting like a fifth grader. And a fifth grader is never gonna hit you in front of the teacher. They was gonna hit you in a way where it's like, what I do? I just post a picture of your famous wife. Like, she's famous. Everyone posts pictures.
But not a good picture.
We know the psychology of the game he's playing. It's just, do we want to play the game is what I'm asking. That's my point. It's like, you can't make me, like J Prince told Drake in the Pusha T beef, the greatest line. He said, you can't wrestle with pigs and expect not to come out with mud on you. Do you want mud on you? That's why I always ask you, Zeno, what you want? What do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, so
I'm a muddy motherfucker, man. I've been muddy for, I ain't gonna lie.
But we had to clean it up. Yo,
muddy, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I want to help you. You my brother. I want to help you clean it up a little bit. So, matter of fact, let's get into it. So, Zeno, I want to talk to you about something that I just want to address. The Dee1 thing. Tell me your issue with Dee1, bro.
Dee1. I mean, it's not...
It's not an issue with him, but just tell me what's
because
going on.
Look, I want to make it clear. Like, I don't have issues. I just see things, it takes me... Like, I let things kind of marinate. I'm on the internet and I watch things. And it's like, one thing I'm going to have to speak up for, is like the legends, I understand that the internet is new. The internet's new in hip hop. Hip hop been around before social media, before streamers, before social media, before hip hop was around. And hip hop was, you know yourself, Ray, where it came from, the streets, the clubs, the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? So, and the economic value is brought hip hop, to the families and to the struggle, and has been,
billionaires.
Come on, man.
Made it from our shit.
And even just feeding families, you'd be surprised how much a young kid gets a deal for and where that money goes to, as far as his sisters, his mother, his auntie, his guys. So I'm just saying, when it comes to hip hop, man, hip hop's done a lot. And I look at things like, when I see Dee1, it seems like, okay, so same thing as Charleston White. I look at people since the internet came in, people are trying to find their lanes, without trying to be put in the work to be talented to get to the lane. Back in the day, you'd have to put in work to be an artist. And that's what separated people who are talented and people who like the people who are talented. That's what makes it work. Here comes the internet. Now the internet's giving everybody the platform. And now what it's doing is it's people are trying to find lanes to get their success, opposed to just put in the work and be talented. Charleston White came in as a community leader. He just wanted to be a rapper in the YN with chains and money. He just didn't have it, so he figured, I can go in here. My strategy is to go in here and disrupt shit, be negative, do all kind of crazy shit, because I know that there's a following out there that's gonna chime in and it's gonna say things. I'm gonna land it. And then now I look at Dee1, as using religion. I'm gonna be the religion guy. You know what I'm saying? Like what Dee1 don't realize is that I don't know Bible verses, but Lord knows, like, I'm a godly man. You know what I'm saying? I believe in God. I have faith in God, and that But when I see Dee1, it's like he's trying to exploit God and religion for his rap career, and I see the hypocrisy. And the problem right now is the misinformation with the internet and how it's bringing and how hip hop is misrepresentation. People are misrepresenting hip hop to use it for clicks, comments, and therefore money. And I just look at him just as like a lot of, certain preachers that just want to, like he's preaching to the weak, or in the lost, because on one hand, you saying that, you about the Bible and peace, but, you go out and get features that have guys that have been from the streets, still gonna be in the streets. These are your idols, Boosie, BG. I see you get features from him. So he makes the rules different. He pushes the goalpost because now he got features from two guys who all they rap about, these are my niggas. All they rap about is, and all they been through is jail, destruction, guns, things. So, okay, so you made an exception for them, all right? So now I see him dissing Jermaine Dupri. And I don't even know what it's for because I don't get into it.
Magic City.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm saying, how can you diss Jermaine Dupri? Jermaine Dupri is a producer. Do you understand, like, without a producer, the artists don't eat? Well, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. They have a talent, but the producer's talent is the music and the arrangement to get the artists out there. 9 out of 10 times, the artists don't have it in them, but just to come and just do what they're told, and and with their talent, which is a major thing. But I'm trying to say, do you know how much money Jermaine Dupri put in people's pockets from producing music that made them millionaires, which trickled down to their family, and it puts money into the community, and that's what Dee1 has to realize. Like, hip hop was from the streets, from the South Bronx, where it was really, really horrible conditions, and this is what's feeding us right now. And it's like, yeah, they stopped doing crime to rap about it. Don't condemn them because they rapping about it. You watching movies every day that have guns, and it's it's art. And this is the last thing. And then I see him bigging up 50 all the time. I see him bigging up 50 all the time. I see him say something about Jermaine, saying, yeah, Jermaine, 50 told me about you or something. I'm like, we look at this. Mr. Holy Art Thou is putting two black men against each other, instigating it. He don't even know that. See, I could see through the young brother.
Do you feel like he's a fake preacher?
Absolutely. You see, but look at. I feel like he's doing it. His intentions. Everybody, listen. One thing's for sure is nobody's supposed to be pushing religion on anybody, their type of religion, because there's a lot of different interpretations of what people's religions are and how they interpret things. So, how he may see things, even if in his way of worship is godly, and like he says, his calling, well, everybody has their calling. So your calling isn't bigger than the next man. You're not God, homie. And your hypocrisy, and just like how I see it, he's exposing how preachers do it in the church. Not all preachers, but some, is that they prey on the weak, because I look at his comments and I see it, and these people are lost. These people just want to be in the comment section, but they're not realizing what he's doing is damaging. You don't play with religion just to get your career off. And I just have no respect. Yeah, absolutely.
So, number one, I appreciate everything. Like, I always want to allow you to speak. But let me just say this, bro. You called him, let me ask you a question. I know what I'm going to ask you. Is somebody can say that noise? Y'all hear that noise?
It might be Dee1 trying to get up in here. It stopped now. It might be the wind.
No, it's not with this. Toya, I'm gonna keep this door. I need somebody from the team to hold this door down because it's either gonna be locked or unlocked. That thing I think is making noise. It's not functioning or something. Okay. And if I make this noise, so I'm plugging to figure out what it is, but I just need somebody to watch the door if someone comes in and out. All right, cool. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I'm like doing everything. I'm like running the building, all the shit.
Right.
Lex ain't here. All right, cool. So my bad, y'all. Thank you, bro. Not all the way though, because they're gonna make it sound like right about, yeah, like but right there. And put the thing down. Oh man, I don't want Jordy to have a heart attack. We know the rules. Then I got you. All right, let go. All right, cool. So Zeno, I want to ask you a question about Dee1. Zeno, you my brother. You. The thing I know about you, and I actually think you would say has been one of your greatest assets and greatest probably downfalls is you live by street rules.
I don't know.
I'm asking.
See, well, street rules. One thing I could say about the
I'm
street.
asking, did you follow street rules?
But the street rules of my time were definitely morals, integrity,
Zeno,
respect. Absolutely.
I'm not arguing.
Those street rules.
Hear me out. No, I'm not arguing what streets. I'm just trying to make a point. My point is, you are a street guy and you follow street rules. Am I right or wrong?
I'm not, but I'm more than that, Ray.
No. I'm not saying you've obviously built businesses, but even when you build your businesses, you still was like, Ray, I ain't the corporate, I ain't going into corporate.
Yeah,
that's my point.
absolutely.
Like we just say, it's like you are the street guy, and I also know because I've interviewed you how many rules you follow. Like Ray, you don't do that. Ray, don't do that. Like
I can say yes.
I'm just asking the point. You are
yes,
right. Okay,
yes.
so let me get to that point.
Yes.
So if you could be the street guy, why can't he be the religious guy? That's my first question. Now here's my point. My point is this: is that because you're not a street guy, because you really are from the streets.
Right.
I know Dee1. This is my bro.
I hear you.
He's serious about the Lord and God. And let me tell you what I think happened. What I think happened with Dee1 is that, first of all, anybody know that churches, like, black folks attending churches at an all-time low in the history of black folks, right? So if anybody coming to church and you're a pastor, right, how do you get people in your damn congregation? You go outside and you wake the world, right? So for me, when I'm seeing Dee1 going at, you said he bigs up 50. When I see him big up 50, I think he only bigs up 50 when they align with calling out the BS. I don't think he bigs up 50. No, hear me out. That's my brother. I know him. He doesn't align when 50 says something that's disrespectful. He only aligns when he's like any other guy. Street guys align when their rules are aligned. He's a religious man. That's what he is.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
So was it responsible for him to say something like, because he went on a rant about Jermaine Dupri and what Jermaine Dupri said, and then at the end of it, 50 told me something about you. You think that's responsible for a godly man to do at this point?
I can't see that specifically to speak to that.
Well, that happened.
But I can't tell you what happened with him and Jermaine.
You know, I did my research.
Understand, guys, I want y'all to know, bro, we live in a world now where everybody goes. If you in a room, you're gonna go. Everybody goes in the room. That's why I think all these people are getting called out now, because now we're trying to figure out who went and how far did they go. So we're in a world where everybody goes when money is put in their face, when the crowd is with them. This dude has been the same person since I've known him in like 2009. He has always been about the Lord. Now I will say this, he was quiet. Probably quiet because he was playing industry games as a religious guy. I don't want to say this wrong because my A&R might be telling me you ain't gonna get no feature if you piss these people off. Then you get to that point as a man, you grow up and you be like, man, fuck all that.
Yeah, but when you try,
hold on, because you spoke for him and I'm just speaking for him. Fuck all that. I'm a man of God. What the fuck am I afraid of? I'm gonna start saying what I feel because that's right to me. That's any man. He's just using the internet. And he's a pastor. And by the way, who cares if he called Jermaine Dupri out? Who gives a fuck? We so used to pastors going to the church with us now.
See that?
We so used to, I'm saying my pastor cool, my pastor, we so used to pastors being our homies and living the life, like no disrespect to Jamal Bryant, but he's a fucking celebrity. We so used to pastors living a great life that when the pastor speaks up and says he's against something, but guess what? When Jamal Bryant said he was against Target, they went against him, right? Because they don't know you for sale. I'm not gonna say that. They think you're for sale, right? The perception is, that's why they didn't go. What I'm saying is, I know Dee1 ain't for sale.
My thing I would say is like, I'm gonna ask everybody on here, like, what would Jesus do, right? So, right, if Jesus was standing outside of the strip club, right, would Jesus be, don't go in that strip club? Or would Jesus go in there and sit down in the strip club with him?
Okay, so let me say this. During the time when Jesus was alive, that's what Jesus had to do because that's the times. Now, nobody give a fuck about none of that shit. So you gotta make noise. Nobody give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what? The algorithm tells us what's important. I like Dee1 in the algorithm because he keeps God at the forefront. By the way, I like fucking Jay-Z in the algorithm because he keeps business at the forefront. I just don't like the monkey shit at the forefront of the algorithm. So my thing is that if he's calling out monkey shit and he's actually breaking it, monkey shit in his opinion, by the way. Because sometimes when you listen to it, sometimes like, dog, I tell people this all the time. Our environment controls us. If I told you, Zeno, let's all go to the ATM right now on the corner. Let's take out the most we can get out, $1,000 each. Let's just throw that shit in the air. Y'all be like, why the fuck would we do that? But we do it in the strip club. So sometimes you gotta ask yourself, so when I was a broke little nigga and a nigga gave me money, Zeno or not, and said throw it to the chicks, I was like, man, I need to get some money to my mom to get some gas to work tomorrow. So I mean, I don't get me wrong, these chicks is hustling, but some of this shit getting pocketed, right? And by the way, I would be looking at these dudes, swear to God, y'all, and I'm like, why the fuck are you just throwing money in the air? It's the dumbest shit in the world. It's because it's Disney World for fucking men. And that's what we do in Disney World. And it's dumb to you, but it's not stupid to us. But sometimes when you talk about that shit at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, it's stupid. Nigga, 1 a.m. in that morning, everybody drunk, we all at the end of the day, it might be cool. But you talking about that shit at 1 p.m., you gotta hear the 1 p.m. voices.
Right.
Dee1 is a 1 p.m. voice. Yo, hold on, man. Kids, listen. Hey. All y'all liking that shit, everybody celebrate. I'm gonna say spin at Magic City. I'm gonna be the pastor in the room. That ain't cool. By the way, he's supposed to shake the room. That's what God does. So I don't mind him shaking the room, bro. But to say he's the religious guy, and even with the features he brings in his world, I bet you he ain't like, that's what the pastor in the hood would do. He would bring in the gangsters. He would bring the gangsters to the church and say, bro, we need your help. So that's what he's doing. It's like, we live in this world where everybody feel like they don't have to talk to each other. The problem is we're not talking to each other.
But if he getting people saved from doing that, I respect it. But who getting saved from him telling people not to go to Magic City?
Hey, listen, you know what I'm gonna say to you? Hey, Dee1, I'll invite you on the show. Let's talk about it. Because that's a good question. But from what I know, he saved a lot of people. And my thing is this.
Who'd he save? Who'd he save, right?
He has a congregation. He's done a lot. He has a school. No, he's done a lot for the community.
Look, me, right? I actually get.
And I like Dee1 too.
Actually,
Dee1, that's my dog
look,
too.
Listen.
Facts.
I'm saying that's cool. Big up all that. But I've actually, put people on payroll, hundreds. I'd have gave guys with no college degrees source jobs, hired them. I mean, hundreds of guys. You know what I'm saying? Put them on payroll, put money, took care of people with my money, right? I'm saying. I respect what you're saying, but yeah. I don't agree with it.
Because he did say you didn't have no kind of record or whatever.
Listen, I'm just not, I just don't agree. I just don't agree with I don't agree with trying to push religion to try to get your hip hop career going. That's all he's doing. It's not, he's doing this just to get clicks and comments, and he's not really being true to what he's saying. Like stick to what?
Know?
Because I'm watching it. I'm watching what he's doing. He's a con man. Charleston White. These are con men. Dee1, Charleston White. They con men. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying that he doesn't believe in God. Guess what? I believe in God too. Not saying that he knows some Bible verses. Guess what? I know a few guys who know Bible verses. But the bottom line is, like, this is a rush for clicks and comments to get money. This is what everybody in the hood and everybody want to do. Try to find their lane. And they trying to find, that's why hip hop is in such a bad state, because, people are really actually exploiting it to do all kind of, wrong. Like, he shouldn't be pushing no religion on anybody but the people that want to hear him. He judges legends. Him disrespecting JD and going to JD, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's too much of this.
So Zeno, I'm asking another question. I'm asking you a question.
This is about legacy.
I know, but ask you a question, Zeno. When you doing your whatever you doing, your rapping, your content, whatever you're doing, and you put it on your page, do you care what anyone thinks about what you're doing?
Nah, but see.
Okay, no, let's
that's
take
not the point. No, that's not what we're talking about.
What I'm saying is that if you can do your shit and live in your corner, why can't he do his shit and live in his corner? Because hear me out, he is calling people out, but only for his followers. If you don't like what you see from Dee1, you can easily tap that top right button. Hold on, let me finish. You can easily tap that top right button and say, I find this offensive. And you'll never see nothing from Dee1 again. But if he's working the algorithm and his message is starting to win, maybe we should start.
Dee1's a fraud, man. That's I'm gonna stand on that.
Dee1, listen, let me tell you, I gotta go. My goal, listen, Greg, my goal is to get Dee1 to be the pastor at Benzino's wedding the next time he gets married.
I plan on getting married too. I plan on getting married.
I'm just saying, see, this is my point. I'm just saying, and this is why I'm here to teach my cousin Raymond from the Raymond side of the family. We say things on these microphones, right? And then 6 months later when he's marrying you, those words still was said and they can't be unsaid.
And then I'll grab you.
Hold on.
Come here, baby.
No, hear me out. But then
we gonna be drunk.
No. But then
Gotta be.
Nah, but then what happens is every time you show up, they looking for the trick.
I just call it like I see it.
No. I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that you gotta. We gonna set the Dee1 conversation. Are you down?
I don't know, Ray, because a lot of you see when you start talking with God and everything.
No. We just gonna talk
politics and God, man. That'll take all day.
He actually asked
we ain't gonna have the time for that.
He wants to sit down too. Like Dee1 wants to sit down.
Yeah, I can't sit down with anybody with that is in like I can't. As far as he's gonna throw all these Bible verses at me, man, and
he won't do that.
I don't. Of course, that's all he does.
No, Benzino.
Benzino, listen. He says he's the anointed one, and you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm God, and you ain't shit. That's his message. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask this. Okay, let me ask you this. On my cousin Raymond on the Raymond side of the family, Benzino, if I can get him to agree to just come have a straight up conversation about, because see, here's my issue, Benzino, with what you're saying. My issue with you is you're bullying him right now.
Nah. That's what you get out of this.
Let me tell you why. Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
Gee, you getting that?
No, hear me out. You gotta let me finish because I'm like Chappelle. I say the joke, I say the answer to the joke, the anecdote, and then I give you the story.
No.
Hear me out. I think you're bullying him. Let me tell you why. Because if you cared, it goes, mind you, I just got attacked also. And my thing was, I wanted peace, right? But if you don't want peace, that means you're saying you want clicks. Because the only thing that can happen from the next time y'all have a conversation is y'all hug it out and agree to be brothers and agree to disagree on certain things, or y'all can end it and be like, yo, bro, I want nothing to do with you. You don't want nothing to do with me. I don't want to mean no harm. You don't mean no harm to me. When we see each other, we just know that it's no good, and it could be over. But what we can't do is keep getting on the internet and belittling each other based on our perception of each other, and then getting mad and when the other person belittles you.
No. I know the game. I know the game. Like this all was because I made a comment about. I feel like, and again, this is kind of like been building up with him, and this is how I do it. I see things in hip hop. I feel like I've been around it a long time, and I feel like I call it as I see it, like everybody else. I don't do it as much.
But Ray, let me ask you.
Hold on. But I don't have a platform. I'm just saying.
I was about to go there. What if we gave you a platform, and it was your platform to only talk to people you have problems with, and Benzino sits down with the people. So now you on your platform, you say, yo, Dee1, this I have a problem with right here. Because you are, let's be clear, you are a culture referee. You decided who had the hip hop quotable, who had 5 mics. That's a point in hip hop. So I'm saying, we got to start getting back to disrespecting each other in our bedrooms when nobody can hear, and loving each other privately. Because privately, we love each other. Like, we really love each other privately.
Right.
But because we're afraid the other person might not love us, we disrespect them loudly.
Right.
With the hopes that love leads to a hug, when it's like, nigga, just say what your problem is and we can talk about that. So I'm asking you, Benzino, we're going to do this shit. Before you have to agree if we're going to produce a show.
Okay,
Hold on. You have to sit down with D1.
All right. But Ray, let's say, let me give you an example. Yeah, D, man, like, because I'm going to stand on what I'm saying. Like, I think you're using God and exploiting hip hop just to get your career on. Why don't you just be a rapper? Just come on, rap.
I'm a rapper.
You're a pretty decent rapper.
He raps about God.
Right. Well, then be a Christian rapper.
He is a Christian rapper.
Well, you can't be a Christian rapper with BG and Boosie on it.
Yes, he can. If I bring them into my church and give the congregation a good verse without no curses in it.
See,
Well, that's
you can't be a Christian rapper and you saying, yeah, Jermaine Dupri 50 told me about you.
And if he did that, now if he
absolutely
did that,
he did that.
We need to
that was
that.
That was that's what made me come to this. Yes. No, but not even because of the 50 thing, because I'm like, well, look at this. You didn't have to say that. You know, you could have still went at Jermaine, because I'm just not with people calling out legends. Unless your resume.
I'm going to say this real quick. In July the 31st, Dee1 actually put up a post talking trash about Benzino, where he praised 50 and said, "Dear 50, praise you."
No, let's play it. I want to hear it.
Wow.
Time.
Read it though. Read what he says. What did he say?
Was that a video? I thought it was
By 50 Cent calling out Benzino for this freestyle for being 60 years old and glorifying murder, and he gonna have his YNs come and kill shit and all that. By 50 Cent, nah, this ain't it.
He did.
So basically,
hold on, let me hear that. I didn't hear that. This is my first time hearing that.
hold on.
So see, Ray.
I'm about to address it.
Right.
Yeah, I need to address it too.
No.
What the fuck? You talking about me here?
Greg, you taking us backwards. Let me hear.
I need to address it.
Let me hear.
Shit.
Let me hear.
This is how we change the culture. By 50 Cent calling out Benzino for this freestyle for being 60 years old and glorifying murder, and he gonna have his YNs come and kill shit and all that. By 50 Cent, nah, this ain't it, bro. It's showing self-awareness that more OGs in the culture gotta be willing to publicly call out BG behavior. That's disappointing grown-ups. You heard me? Because if this is getting pushed and promoted publicly, then it need to be called out publicly as well.
Okay, so listen, what I want to do, hold on, hit me out.
Can I say something?
It's gonna set us back. It's gonna set us. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
Like, first of all, right? You know what I'm saying?
Great.
I've been rapping since what? I've been in hip hop since 76, 77. It's a long time. I got kids who rap. I'm the first generation of this shit. One of the architects. I had a lot to do with a lot of, things that have to do with hip hop, right? I've been in hip hop. I look at hip hop as an art. I used to gang bang. I sold a lot of drugs. I've been shot. I've shot. I've been through every street shit there's known to man, right? I've used drugs. I've been through every street shit known to man. Him saying that is like, I'm looking at him as my little nigga right now and say, look, homie, relax, homie. Like, again, what you doing is trying to get people, because that's what people do now because of the internet. If the internet wasn't here, he wouldn't even be a factor like a lot of these people. You'd have to really go out there and get it and be something to be known, right? You screaming and yelling about me going out there at 60, 60. You better hope you make it to 60. A lot of my niggas didn't, right? Hundreds, thousands. A lot of different reasons. That's a different show.
Okay.
That's a different show, right? But I'm saying, so when you call out people that are 60, like especially the people that like were one of the guys that, that started this, then it just shows you ain't got no respect, none. I didn't even know he did that. And hold on, and when was that? When was
July
that?
31st,
this is just
2025.
This is just another example. This was last year, damn near. A week after my birthday, right? Like, listen, I like to rap. I've been rapping. I rap. What else am I going to do?
my question
What else? Hold on. What else is a 50, 60? These guys keep talking. What else is a 50, 60-year-old guy going to listen to and do? You got to realize we're the first generations. So when people look at us and be like, we're never going to stop. You got this from us. How am I going to stop something that I was a part of making?
Right. So my question.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
No, hold up. But he's disrespectful, and this is what I'm saying, and this is what's going to fuck hip hop up. Now these other niggas, if Jermaine won't allow, and these older guys and legends won't allow that, I'm not, because I'm gonna call you out on like, what have you done for hip hop? What is your resume?
So
what have you done in your life? You can't tell me nothing about.
So my point was this: is I was asking Ray, because is Dee1 the bully, or is Benzino? Because so that's my thing.
Okay, I like. That's a good fucking question. In this case, Dee1 is the one with courage. It's not about a bully. Dee1 is the one that's in his building, looking down on hip hop, looking down at someone that he's seen as a legend, acting like what he thinks kids should act like. And by the way, hear me out. He did not say anything personal about Benzino. Pay attention to what he said.
Of course he did.
No, listen to what he said. He said, shout out to 50 Cent for calling out. He had two problems. The fact that he's 60, or how old he is.
Well, how come he don't post nothing about 50 Cents and call him out?
Benzino, you gotta let me
he
finish.
picking and choosing.
Benzino, you gotta let me finish. But Benzino,
I'm not to be picked. I'm never ever to be picked. Ever.
I know, but this is how you get picked. You get picked by letting the people talk. Let me show you. What I'm telling you is that he had a problem with you being a 60-year-old person. I think if Benzino had a 60-year-old rapping to his grandkids about how much he loved them, Dee1 would have had a problem. I think it was that he had a problem with...
Who the fuck is going to be doing that?
Oh, I mean, I'm just saying.
Who's doing that?
No, I'm not saying nobody. I'm just saying Will Smith did it with just the two of us. Nope, that's the last time.
Shout out to Will.
I'm just saying nobody does. My point is that Dee1 to me is when he says he's always been against murder. So when you see someone that you respect, by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you, Zeno, and before I bring him here, him calling you out is respect for you.
I'm not talking to him. Man.
No, him calling you out is respect for you.
He has no respect. He has no respect. And let me tell you something. Like, I could still out-rap D. I could still make better songs than D. D hasn't made it as the rapper he wants to be. Like, D's songs are whack. He's a whack rapper.
Do a song together.
I would never do a song with Dee1. Like, see, you know what I like? Let me tell you something. I'm around a lot of young guys. I'm around a lot of young guys. And there's a lot of good young guys out here who respect, who really, like, for real. I see a lot of these guys out. He's not one of them. He's not one of them.
I get that from you.
And that's okay, because we don't got to cross paths and we don't got to deal with each other. I didn't even know about that. And that's what I'm saying. So he's just on here. How come he don't talk about these white men putting us in the conditions that we in? But I don't never see that. I never.
Can I tell you why? We got to start blaming the algorithm. Man, you know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. Let me say something.
Nah.
You know, hold on. No, seriously. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me say this.
That's blaming the algorithm.
No, we have to start. Let me tell you why the algorithm shows us interest things. Even with the situation, I was only frustrated because I saw him more than her, and I thought, I'd rather see her. Why? I'd rather see her, not him. Nigga, why I see him so fucking much?
Right.
The algorithm was showing. You see what I'm trying to say? So I'm telling you, Zeno, is the algorithm starts a lot of trouble. I'm a follower of Dee1. This man be in here sometimes. He is about the life. I'm telling you, when you saying no to that, you're basically saying, Ray, I don't want to grow.
Ray, about
what
life?
Ray, I don't want to grow.
Listen.
We grow from conversation.
Ray, absolutely not. Ray, you sound ridiculous.
Dee1
needs to grow. D1 needs to grow.
He's conversation with you.
No, absolutely not. I'm not even gonna.
You want to help
I wouldn't
grow?
done hell. No. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna allow you to say things about me than just sit down here and talk. Like, I don't work like that. My makeup ain't like that. Like, at the end of the day, I've always respect my elders, bro. That's just how. Absolutely, I might. If he apologized, and he needs to, and not only apologize, but also the wrong attitude. Well, then I don't
say wrong answer. I did not say wrong answer. I said wrong attitude.
Yeah, so I said wrong attitude because my thing is, listen. My thing is, you should apologize because, again, who the fuck are you? What is your resume? What have you done? You ain't done shit. This little internet thing, niggas get hype off of clicks and comments. That's smoke and mirrors. Motherfuckers who walk out here, no one who even recognize who the fuck you are. Don't even know who you are. You had 1 million followers, walk through an airport, you wouldn't even know who the fuck you are. Would never get stopped to take a picture. Nobody would ever come to you, nothing. I'm not no bully. I don't bully people.
I say he's a bully. I said he has courage.
No. Earlier you said I was being the bully. And then when Greg said, well, do you think he's the bully? Because he just came out of nowhere, out of the sky, and just is going in on me. Like, as far as me rapping, I'm gonna always rap because that's what we do.
Can I say this, Benzino? Can I tell you? I'm gonna define what I mean by bully. The bully never wants to talk it out. They just want to bully people.
No, man, Ray, I ain't shot nobody in a minute. I ain't what the fuck? I'm not out here doing violent acts on people. I've been doing podcasts, getting money for the last 3 years, just talking to people. Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not sitting talking with anybody. Because I was talking to one podcaster and he's like, hey man, you was the reason that you lost the source. I'm like, are you fucking, who the fuck is this guy?
I saw that interview.
Who the fuck is you? Like, what? Again, I have no props since we're in the internet age. If you're a person that has done some things and you're a person that, because I'm a person that done a lot. So I could sit here and I could look and I could do, but I've been through and done so much, right? That this computer, this brain right here, there's not too much anybody could show or tell me. But I still sit there and I listen because a lot of new guys can tell me this new shit. So the young people are important because I could learn from them. And I do. Like I sit with, man, do you understand? I go through the worst hoods and sit and listen to 30 rappers rap. That's how I get my money now, right? And I listen to these guys, and after that, they want to take pictures and they want to talk. Niggas ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I sit there hours doing that, and I'm telling you, people will call in, Ray, because I see what you're doing. It's dope with the rappers. They'll be like, yeah, thousands of them in the last 5 years, because this is how I've been getting my little loop going in the worst hoods of America and listen to 20, 30 niggas rap new songs, 2 songs a piece. At the end of the day, I be burnt out at the night at the hotel, wherever I'm at, but I give these guys that. So I'm not like that. He is a guy that just like a Charleston White, that don't respect nobody. They troublemakers. I don't want to hear this algorithm shit. It's disrespect, right? And you know, and what he's doing, he's putting the Lord in front of it. Charleston White puts community service in front of it to like make it, but all they really wanted to be was rappers. All they really wanted was the same attention that rappers were getting. That's all they want, and they putting this shit in front of it. I'm gonna call them out because I can.
I got a question for you real quick, because I know we're getting ready. We got to keep it moving. But, and it's out of that. But you, back in the day when it was J Prince, Suge Knight, and I believe you, and it was J Prince, he talked about coming up with a label where everybody like come joining together, like the black executives,
right?
And how the feds ran down on them and broke all of that up. You was in that era when you was involved in that, right? Or was you?
No, I just remember at the Source Awards, I remember we was giving Farrakhan the award and everybody was there. It was Russell, J Prince, Suge, Farrakhan. It was, you know, and they was all in one room. Mm-hmm. And, you know, ideas start flowing. People start talking, and right there was one of the things that came up. But, you know, it was a good idea, but, you know, it was going to be a little difficult based, you know, on contractual, you know that, Ray. Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? To try to, but their idea was just to take it back, because anytime the minister comes around, and that's all that's being talked about. Look, let's get this money back to us. All right, and that's what the talks was, because it came through Farrakhan. Like, we need to have a universal label. Suge, you on the West Coast, Jay, you in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Russ, you over here, and we need to, you know, consolidate everything. And but you know, it was I mean,
and the feds broke it up. That was J Prince.
I don't think the feds broke it up. I think that was I don't think the feds. It just never was going to materialize, man.
Why you don't think so?
Well, because everybody at the time was doing their own thing. You know, Suge had a lot on his plate. Jay had a lot on his plate. Like, believe me, you know, and you notice, Ray, like trying to be a rap executive, man, you barely have time for yourself. Mm-hmm. I mean, that shit is, you have to not only do business, but you got to be counselor to people. You know what I'm saying? On a daily, you have to counsel their lives. So, you know, even executives play part of management. It's all one big thing. You have a person that has a talent, and you have to make sure not only that they're singing and making money, but they don't get killed, that you know, that they have a great relationship with the people. All those guys had a lot of different stuff going around. It was going to be impossible for that to happen, with all that to happen. It was a good idea, good concept, but, you know, I don't think that was going to happen.
Do you think brothers, Ray, like,
I'm gonna just say this,
because, you know,
I'm gonna say this to my brother. I'm gonna say this to my cousin. I'm gonna say this to my brother. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Bad energy runs all the money away. Every time. When the money runs, if something doesn't materialize, also, it's ego. I guarantee you, Suge, guarantee you, Suge for sure. You look at all those guys and say, what you wish you would have did back then differently. It probably was, I had so much shit going, I was so into what I was doing, I didn't think about what we could do. And I get it. That's, you know, I get it for sure. But what I'm saying is that we're going to get way further together. And the reason why our shit doesn't take off is because we always shooting at each other. I don't mind shooting at each other if I got a point to make. Like, yo, I don't like that you like Dee1. Right. Yo, Zeno, I don't like that you're doing this. You might not have liked it,
I'm
but
not going to shoot at Dee1,
No, I'm just saying, I don't mind shooting at each other if you have a point. If you think someone is bad for the culture, shoot at them and say, this is why I think you're bad. If you know them, call them, talk to them.
Right.
But my thing is this, is all we do is keep both sides divided by not talking. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna tell you, Zeno, you're gonna get way further from sitting at tables, having conversations, than you get from saying, I'm not going to that table. That's all I'm gonna say is my brother.
I just think, you know, with the internet misinformation, a lot of these young guys, the young women are being misled.
And
somebody has to be a voice that kind of, because that's the status quo, you talking. And that's, of course, you have to have that. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? I understand probably a lot of my issues now is because I don't go with the status quo, but there are certain things I just believe you have to kind of have to bring up, you know what I'm saying? And that was just one of them. Like Dee1, I had been watching Dee1 for a minute and I didn't say nothing, but as long as you keep, I have a problem with, again, anybody keep, you know, especially like the youth, disrespecting legends. I just don't want to sit back and just watch Jermaine Dupri or one of these guys, or even a Suge Knight in some cases. Because what people got to realize, you know, all this music and all these amazing songs that these people have brought us, it took a lot to get those type of guys to come to the studio. Like, it's not as easy as everybody thinks. Like, okay, because if that was the case, then, you know, shit, no disrespect to Snoop, but Suge will come out, and Dr. Dre in that era will come out with the best music ever known to West Coast for the history of West Coast. There'll never be better music than the music that until Suge was on, they're doing that. So to get that type of music, you know what I'm saying, for all these fans and everything that have nothing to do with the streets and just love hip hop music, it takes a certain type of individual to make that happen. And it's one thing if you got Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is pretty cool. You know, she's not going to be out there. It's another thing when you're dealing with gang members and struggles and strife and guns and court cases and baby mamas, and that's a whole different story. It's not easy. So when you get that music, you getting that music, you putting in a lot of work to get that greatness. And I just got a lot of, when looking back now to see, you know, what happened to him. Listen, Suge's in jail, so Suge done paid the ultimate price, ultimately. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's not, look at, you know, it's just not easy, man. Like, it's easy to say, hey, listen, negativity pushes away the money. Look, you know, people look at us as negative just because of this, just because of the braids, just because, guess what? That's what hip hop is, and that's how we always was looked upon. But that's what hip hop got trillions of dollars from this thing right here. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a grandfather. Lord knows I'm not on no negative shit. But if I see somebody the way I grew up, now again I grew up, I've been through a lot, and I've seen a lot. If I see something, I'm gonna speak on it. Same thing with Stephen A. Smith. I don't speak on everybody all the time, but there are things that I think that are dear to me that I'm like, I gotta speak on it.
I gotta ask you this. How gangster was it in the music business back in the day?
I mean, that's when it was. I mean, gangster now is with these young kids killing each other. Back then, gangster was really within the business. And Ray, you know about that.
Sure.
That's a different gangster within the business of millions, you know what I'm saying, and how they was doing it. Hip-hop has always been like you have an artist, he from the hood, probably a lot of them come from the church. A lot of those amazing artists come from the church.
I gotta stop it. We gonna lose the show. We going in a whole different direction.
Okay. All right.
Like we not
I'm
all
just
like I'm letting him answer, but I'm like, he's gonna do that's Benzino is me. If you don't drive him, like we gonna be here 2 more hours because I know he talk like I know Zeno, like we've done 2-hour shows before. I don't want to get off. I want to get, because I want to like.
Well, I was just saying how a lot of guys got extorted, you know what I'm saying? And they wasn't street guys. And street guys were the ones giving the money and close to the executives.
And we know
so
that.
That's the gangster business is what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is no one spoke up about it. And I'm going to always celebrate someone who, when the mob is going one way, he says, hey guys, I think that might be the wrong direction. Because you know, because I did it when I wrote a letter, you know, I didn't know, but he has to know that every time he says something, he's going to get crucified by someone. And the fact that you still says it for the greater good, we got to celebrate that. I want to end on that because I don't want to keep talking about.
Okay.
But I want to ask you a question. So I have an issue, guys. No, we're supposed to be talking about
B-Dot.
Yes.
B-Dot.
So I don't want to talk about this, guys. I'm being honest with you. I feel uncomfortable talking about this, but
you got a problem with B-Dot?
No, I don't have a problem with B-Dot. I guess he has an issue with me.
Nah, y'all are two of the B-Dot and Ray are like the two of the guys that don't have problems, man.
All right, so yeah, you know, I was an interview I was just looking at online. It was a guy named B-Dot and Mano, and Mano was pointing that hand in his face, and it was kind of like crazy, but so I kind of like heard through the grapevine that, you know, a situation, you know, with B-Dot I don't know. You know, was it any like friction or anything like
Me?
that ever happened between you
No.
and something?
Hell no.
'Cause, you know, somebody had hit me up and was saying B Dot, but so I was just,
No,
wanted to just,
I never. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Number one, I hate that I'm talking about this because I'm the type of dude where I just rather talk to you. Right? But like, he says my name on, first he said something about my sneakers one day, like my Timbs. He was like, he tried to discredit me by saying I wouldn't listen to a guy that wear Timbs that color. And I was like, bro, I went to high school, bro. I don't deal with bullies, bro. So like for me, that's like, nigga, we got motherfucking problems, nigga. So I saw him at the YouTube party.
Oh, it changes now, huh? When D was doing it to me, though, it was, come on.
No, here's the difference, Benzino. I'm running to the conversation. You running away from it. I don't want to talk to this nigga. I don't want to I want to talk, nigga. What is the problem, nigga?
Right.
Let's talk. I don't think people understand.
You think there's a problem of
beef?
beef?
Benzino, let me finish.
Oh.
I don't think people understand where my family is from and who my family is and how my family acts. Like, I'm not an internet guy.
Right.
So you got people calling me like, yo, is this real? Like, I got people, niggas hitting me, sending me pics, because he wrote it's like, he wrote what's beef. And it's like, I think he thinks, like, I'm an internet character to play with.
Damn.
Like, I'm not an internet character to play with. So it was one of those like, okay, I need to see him. And I saw him at a YouTube party. I was with my son. I was trying to get to the other side because I was going to say, because that's the difference between me.
Right.
I was going to ask him like, yo, bro, we got problems? Because nigga, every time I see my name, you got something to say. Nigga, we got a problem, nigga, let's talk about it now. Because I don't like having problems. Nigga, I walk the world with my kids. Nigga, I don't like having problems, bro. So we got problems, let me know. But I say this to you. So I don't know we have problems, but I'll tell us to B Dot. I'll tell us to him. The difference between me and you, and I want you to understand this, and I'm not saying this to be like disrespectful, I'm saying this because this is the truth. I understand why my voice cut through, and I understand why it irritates people like B Dot, right? B Dot is a guy that followed all the rules in journalism, right? You go to college for it, you do it the right way. I mean, he interviewed fucking Jay-Z, like, in the journalism world, you made it, right? So I understand why my presence irritates you, because there's probably a lot of other presence that irritate you, because now you're in a crowded room. You used to sit in a space by yourself. Now you're in a crowded room because now everybody's doing it. So I can get why my voice will cut through, right? So of course you're looking at, so now, and by the way, I know people that send him my shit. So and then people be like, yo, every time I send him shit, he never responds. I'm like, I don't know if he has a problem with me, but he said my name. And when you say my name, I like to just clear shit up. So what I want B Dot to understand is my voice irritates you because my voice is the voice in the room. Your voice is the voice that writes about what happened when we left the room. You write about what happens. So I get why think about it from a journalist standpoint. How did he say that? Nigga, because I'm a coach. And you not. You a journalist. You ask questions. I don't ask questions. I tell artists what to do, how to win. That's probably why I'm in some trouble with old girl, but I thought I was trying to tell you how to win. So I understand, I could get totally why my presence would irritate you.
Right.
I get it. But I'm a better friend than I'm a nigga you popping off. Like, you like a little nigga to me, bro. Like, you wrote about shit I did. I don't even give a fuck about you. I don't even know you. If you want to know me, say that. We can get to know each other on some cool shit. But you rather be that nerd.
Sound like Benzino over there right now, right?
Benzino, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Ray.
No, seriously. Let me tell you why. Because my family hit me. And when my family hit me, that's when the internet gets real to me. And I got to tell my family, I don't know this nigga. I never met him. Why you saying your name like that? That's the internet games we play. He's mad at me for making noise on the internet. He leverages my name to make noise on the internet. Because nobody talks about him until now. That's why I didn't want to give him the light. I know you wanted the light from me. I just wanted to give you the light in person to show you the difference between you and me. I know my voice matters to you. And guess what? I do say asinine things in his words. But those asinine things got my mother living in a 7,000 square foot house with a fucking Range Rover. Them asinine things got me a 1/4-mile driveway. When I was on Joe Budden show, I told Joe straight up, I said, Joe, I can't believe Drake responds to you. He has a 767. I would never respond to a nigga like you if I had a 767, if I'm Drake.
Right.
I can't believe I have to respond to this. That's why I don't want to, because I got 12 employees. You probably ride the train to work. We different. And by the way, no, I'm not even being disrespectful because you live in New York, but we different. I get driven to work every day. We live a different lifestyle. So you to fuck with the one nigga that's coming up in the space because he irritates you, I just wanted to explain to you why. Because you are Stephen A. Smith, but I'm Bill Belichick, nigga. I got motherfucking plaques on plaques on plaques. My mom is straight. Everything in my opinion. I've been a nigga in the room saying, yo, why don't we do it this way instead of that way? Niggas sometimes might say, yo, that's crazy. Cool. But when nigga went for it, we got rich. So maybe you should listen to my asinine opinion if you want to get that too. But I know you don't. Because rich niggas don't sit around and talk about other niggas unless it's in a positive route. Because that's what rich niggas understand. Bad energy runs away the money.
Right.
Now it's this. So my answer to B-Dot is, we can sit on Joe Budden couch. We can sit on my couch. You can come to my shit. I could pull up to you privately. Nigga, I will fly to New York today. Nigga, DM me for my number. If you want to really talk. But if you want to talk about me, I did my job. Because that's what you do. You talk about niggas that's hot.
Right.
I'm hot.
What is it with these? Is that?
Hold on, let me tell you a story too. Let me tell you a story. It's important because I got it written down. I would tell B-Dot my D-Dot story. I'll tell you a story. This is why it's good to have friends around, real friends. Shout out to D-Dot. Shout out to D-Dot Angeletti. He's the person who put me in the music business. So Coach K is my brother. We've known each other. We used to hustle back in the day, right? So, you know, when you hustle with a nigga and you see him taking off, like, we was just hustling, and now Jeezy is everywhere, you know, and my artist is just getting signed. You know, of course I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm in the room, I'm just as good. So I'm on the phone with D-Dot, and I'm just going off. And I hope D-Dot remembers this day, because it changed my life. I was like, man, I'm better than these niggas, man. I thought I should be known. Noah could rap better than Jeezy, da-da-da-da-da. And this nigga just stops and screams on the phone and says, Funk Flex don't know that. Funk Flex don't know that. Nigga, it was like, he said, and I said, what you mean? He said, nigga, I was in my car riding to work. I heard Funk Flex shout out fucking Coach K and Jeezy. I ain't never heard him shout you out. Stop fucking hating and go fucking do the work to get a shout out.
Right.
I guess I did the work now. We can go to the next subject. I don't go back and forth with people that I got. If it's, because I don't know if we got real problems. And if we do, nigga, I need to see, I'm shaking, nigga. I need to see this nigga.
Right.
Nigga, I don't like fear in my body. I run the fear. So I'm like, nigga, we got real. And if it's some internet beef, nigga, you can just say it's some internet beef. But nigga, I really am the person that does what I say I do. And I know I talk crazy. And I know I said what I said about Wayne. And I know what I said. And your opinion got you that far. Wherever you at right now, I don't know if he has a show, I don't know who couch he sits on, whether he's filling in for Mano or Angela Yee or texting Joe saying, can I get on the show? I don't know if he has his own show. I don't know if he does, but I know what I've been doing, what I've sat here and done has got me talking about you, had you talking about me. And I swear I wish I didn't have to talk about you. But everybody in my team, my family, like, you gotta address it, man. It's gonna like, you know, I'm like, how do you address a nigga that should be working for you? How do you address a nigga that should be asking you for a job? I don't know how to do that. So it's like, nigga, if we got a problem, it gotta be an emotional thing because we don't know each other. So let's talk like men. And then I could probably help you grow up so you can get some money and be your own man. But I know you ain't up. Because only niggas talk like that when they down. Because that's why they talk like that. They down.
In low place.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm here. Fuck Ray Daniels, man. This nigga's asking out. Why y'all listen to this nigga? Because I was in the room. Ask No ID. Ask Timbaland about me. Ask Khaled. Ask any nigga that makes records. Have they seen me in the room putting in the motherfucking work? That's why when I say something, it means more. Because this nigga was in the room. Mm-hmm. Shit. Meanwhile, you wait for it to come out and write about it. I would ask you to stay in that lane, but since you stepped in this lane, I'd rather talk to you straight up as men. I just want to talk about it. And if we're going to be cool and be adversaries, I'm cool with that too. But I just need to make sure it's not personal, because if it's personal, I got to handle that personally.
D-Dot, man, check in, man.
He don't have to. He might not want to. He might want this so he can talk. This is my last time responding. I don't respond
had to Google
twice.
him. I didn't even know who he was. I thought I knew who he was.
I don't respond twice. I'm not going to sit on this and talk again. The next time I talk about this will be with Joe, will be with him, will be with me, will be somewhere. But I'm not an internet nigga, bro. I make real money in this world. I'm not an internet nigga. Right. I don't make money as an influencer. I'm an influencer that gives a fuck. I try to help other people make money. I've made people rich with what I do. Right. What have you made with what you do? Right. See, that's when we got to start measuring. Yeah, my opinion sound crazy, but everybody's opinion sound crazy in the room till you do it and it works. Then it's like, damn, that nigga's a genius. You should be watching me.
That's how I feel about Dee1. Same shit.
Cool.
That's real shit. That's how, same way. Like, until you can show me what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you know what I'm saying? I feel the same exact way. I'm glad you went through that.
And I just say, Benzino, I ask that you sit down with Dee1, and I'm going to always ask you as offline, off camera, because I think the best way for black men to show the world, not each other, the world needs to see black men getting along so more black men can get it.
Well, you sit down with B-Dot.
The world needs... No. I just said I want to sit down with B-Dot. I just said I want to. I just don't know. I don't know him. So I'm like,
Right.
you said my name, so I have to address it. I could have called you privately, but now like I'm my late man. What you gonna address this nigga? I'm like, he rides a train to work. I'm not being funny, my nigga. Like,
I mean, ain't nothing mad with riding train.
Nigga, I don't.
It's New York, like no, you don't.
No, but it's not. That's my point, though. My point is, I got when Joe go to the city, he ain't ride the train.
Man, Joe's like this.
Joe is up. And guess what? Every time somebody try to start a fight with Joe, what do Joe try to do? Calm it down, cause he's up. He's in the gym working. I'm rich, nigga. I got it. Once Joe, that $20 million a year from his shit was Joe. I'm a Virgo. That was his way of dropping it. All right, can y'all leave me alone now? I'm rich, nigga. And that's what. And guess what? Now Joe doesn't have problems with anybody. So now, and by the way, if you pay attention to how Joe responded, Joe's my nigga. That's why he's like, yo, why you hating on Ray Daniels? I'm glad he said that. Because the nigga probably hates on me in every room. And I'm like, somebody called it out. A fucking fellow Virgo. Now it's on the table. Let's talk about it.
Let me ask you, 50, he's filthy rich and he's a bully, he mess with people, he talk about people. So what would you say about, is he a different type of rich dude? You know
50 Cent character made him rich. Mm-hmm. I don't think nobody in this room knows Curtis Jackson. I think, I'm being honest with you, I don't know 50, but losing my father was the most impactful thing that ever happened to me as a human. He lost his mother. We don't know what he going through, what he went through, what he felt, what he heard. Sometimes the world turned us cold. He turned cold for good. I don't like a lot of shit he does, but I think he's a brilliant businessman that figured out ain't nobody gonna do shit to each other, so either we gonna fuck with each other or we gonna get money with each other. But we ain't gonna do shit, so let's have fun with each other. And I think niggas gets mad, it gets serious, and by the way, he's just like fun. It's nothing to him.
Right.
What do you base the good businessman on? I just need to know.
I base a good businessman on the fact that he's still here. He's still here. He's still thriving. He's still employing people.
I'm just wondering what businesses, right?
Listen, let me tell you something, Benzino. Mm-hmm. Anybody in the world, and you know this, because that's what you hang your laurels on. Hold on, hear me out. Everybody in the world, and you hung your laurels on this too, and I do too. When you start paying people and you realize that you are their ecos, they eat off of you, they take care of the family, of money you make with you, the responsibility to the world is different. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting him saying he rides a train to work. I'm saying I have employees.
Right.
I cannot argue with you, bro. You should be asking me for a job.
Right.
My nigga, you should be, everybody in the music industry love me,
Where did
bro.
y'all beef started from?
I don't have a beef. I don't know what's going on.
What did this start from?
Because he was on Joe Budden's show.
Just out the blue.
And Joe Budden just was like, yo, hey, why you got a problem with Ray Daniels?
Okay, now hold on. So you do realize that was a setup for that.
I like that.
You do realize that Joe set that up, right?
But Joe's supposed to.
All right,
you know why Joe did it? You know why Joe did it?
I'm saying he's just a sacrificial lamb. Joe's the one that felt that way, and he just and don't drink your water now. You know what I'm saying? I want you to choke on your water now. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe was the one that gave him that, because that's what Joe do. Joe's that type of guy. So you're right. He didn't have, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have nothing to lose. Fuck it, I'll do it.
Joe a hater too?
Absolutely. Yeah. Joe, absolutely.
No, Joe a Virgo.
Let me give you
Joe's a Virgo.
Let me give an
Virgos
example.
hate lies.
Let me give an example.
You only see me yell on this motherfucker.
Let me give an example.
When I'm facing a liar.
Let me give a personal
Virgos
example.
don't like liars.
Let me give a personal example.
We don't like lying energy.
Let me just give a personal example. So out the blue, like you said, out the blue, Joe says, "What's up with Benzino? I see Benzino getting out of the pool in slow motion and muscles, and he's and the water's glistening off his body, and look, and the other dudes are laughing, right? And they showing the clip, right? And I'm like, damn.
Did he describe what he saw?
You can see me say it again.
Did he describe what he saw?
Right. But where did it come from? Where you trying to bully me, Joe?
It's like
so. I thought it was funny, but again,
that's the joke. Then it wasn't a bully thing.
No. I didn't take it serious.
Okay, cool.
I didn't. I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Joe. Like, and on one hand, it's like, you know what I'm saying, to see Joe came from where he came from. Thing is like, yo, Joe, that's dope. But Joe still got his like I don't know where you come from looking at water glistening off of my body. Like, this is you could have put up a lot of other people. Females with water glistening that probably would have looked way.
Can I tell you how
I'm in the gym?
Okay, can I tell you how I look at it?
I know he's just getting in the gym.
Greg, can I tell you how I look at it?
Sir.
This is how I look at it. I look at it like this, because I got to wrap the show, because we got another show to do, because we're going to be doing this more. This is how I look at it. I look at it like this. You are worth the mention, and that's more important to me than not being mentioned. So my thing is, a lot of people get out the pool with water glistening on their body, but they're not Benzino from the Source magazine and all the things that you've done. So the fact that he mentioned your name should be I'm not lying. This is the new world we live in. Be grateful that you're mentionable. Yes, because it's a lot of niggas. Because a lot of niggas. Listen to me, Benzino. I'm gonna wrap the show like this. Benzino, look at me. Benzino, look at me, bro. It's a lot of people from our generation, your generation, mine, and a little bit after me, who feel like they have been written out of history, and they've been trying to get on every podcast to talk, to tell their story, because they're like, I can't get work because no one knows me. So everybody's doing it right now. And on that note, it's the Raydar Report. We gotta go.
It's the Raydar Report.
Sorry.